Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk to you about a very powerful way you can trade the market called the single candle order block. Simply, the single candle order block is the candle the market is creating after sweeping the liquidity or sweeping the major high or low, or when it's tapping into your order block, which is can be the decisional order block or extreme order block. Here, this drawing will help you to understand it. So here in this scenario, this is for example a bearish trend. And you know from my previous videos that you can only trade, sell or buy after the market takes the liquidity. So here in this example, you want to trade to the downside, right? So because you want to trade with the trend, not against the trend. So one of the ways to enter the trade is when the market create a candle which is followed by a candle covered totally. In other way, they call it engulfing candle. So what happened here in this scenario? This candle just swept the liquidity with this wick here, right here. What happened after sweeping the liquidity? It created this candle, and the candle after closed under this candle. When the second candle closed under the first candle, which is already swept the liquidity, in this scenario here, when in the liquidity, the candle must not close above that level, the liquidity level. It should only close under, and it should be followed with a candle which is closed under the previous candle. So this is the criteria of the single candle order block. So in this scenario here, this will be our single candle order block. So once the market tap here, you can sell and put the stop loss above it. Sorry guys. You can put the stop loss just above the high of the candle, and you can target the next low like this. So here in this scenario, the first scenario, when the market just sweep the liquidity. Here in the other scenario, the market tapped into our decisional OB, which is the first OB available after the liquidity level. So in this scenario here, either if the candle sweep the OP itself, which is I think it's even better, because they sweep more liquidity. So when the next candle close under that candle, this is our single candle order block. Immediately you can identify it as a single candle order block, and you can open a trade here to sell and put the stop loss just above it. In the third example here, the market tapped into our extreme order block. Now this is even more stronger and higher probability. So it's again the same scenario. So the candle here can either sweep the OB or can be inside. It doesn't really matter. As long as you see that the second candle closed under the first candle, which is tapped into the OB, means this is your single candle order block and you can use it for sell. So this is a very high signal for sell. What else you can use it? You can use it even when in the higher time frame, when the market sweep the highest point of the market and then form a single candle order block, you can still use it. I will show it to you in an example in a minute. But there is something else can happen. What can happen? Sometimes the market can, for example, this candle here will not tap into your single candle order block. So in this scenario here, you think that this is your single candle order block. And you know, guys, market is all about probability, right? So this can happen. Of course, this can happen. What you can do in this scenario here, if the third candle, so in this scenario here, you can use the second candle as your single candle order block. Why? Because that candle didn't tap into your OB. But the third candle here, the second candle closed under this candle. So in this case, you can use this as an OB. You can use this candle as your OB. So once the third candle tap here, you can sell. immediately you can sell. Why is that? Because the second candle here didn't tap into your OB, didn't tap into your first single candle order block. So you can count this is the first and this is the second, right? So which is comes first? If this one comes first, then you can use that candle. If this candle comes first and tap here, you can use the first candle. I hope it's clear. So this is when you can use the single candle order block. Now I'm gonna show you examples on the real chart how you can use it. So all right, here I already identified the single candle block just to make it the video easier and shorter. But here you remember I told you if the market even sweep the highest point, you can use it. For example, here the market sweep the highest point. This is daily time frame, by the way. So you can see here that the market only sweep the high, didn't close, right? So in this scenario, what you should do, in this scenario, you should be patient. Yeah, once the wick closed under the high, the next point you need to do is you need to wait until the market close under that candle or below it. So here in this scenario, the second day, it didn't close. The third day, it closed. Once it closed, what you should do, you should mark the candle. And by the way, you can mark only the wick or you can mark the candle. So sometimes the market will hit the wick, sometimes the market will hit the candle, the body of the candle only. So here is an amazing scenario how you can identify it when the market sweep the major high. This is when you call it the major high. You can see any other scenarios as well, but let's focus here. So here in this scenario, it's a downtrend, all right? So as you know from my previous video, if you didn't watch about the market structure, you should go to my channel and watch it. You will understand why I am selling from those points here, which is we call the liquidity or we call it inducement. So the market here comes and reach the inducement and close above it, right? All right, so what you should do, you can still use it. Why? Because sometimes the market will not reach your OB. Yeah, here, for example, this we can call it an OB because it swept the previous candle high, right? So sometimes the market will trick you and will not reach your OB. So in this scenario, how you can know that the market is planning to sell? When you see that after taking the liquidity, which is the most important point, the most important point is the market to take the liquidity. So the liquidity comes first. The OB comes at the last. The OB is not higher probability than the inducement or the liquidity because the market always seeking the stop losses, right? So what you can do, so the market when it after taking the liquidity, you need to look for if the market did not tap. So how you would know that the market did not tap? Because the market already started to shape single candle order block. So in this scenario here, after taking the liquidity, you can see that this candle here, and actually this candle even took the previous candle high. This candle here, the second day, the candle closed under this one. So this will be your single candle order block, and you can immediately sell and put the stop loss just above it, and you can target the next break of structure. So what happened here, the market break the structure, and what you should do, you should wait until the market take the previous liquidity level or the inducement, and you can wait until the market either tap into OB or didn't tap into an OB. So for example here, this will be your high, right? Because the market already break the structure. So this is the highest point after the breaking the structure. This is your high. So you need to look if there is any order block. So here there is no really order block. Yeah. So the only thing you can do is you need to wait for single candle order block after taking the liquidity. So in this scenario here, the market took the liquidity, took the inducement, right? and then we are waiting for single candle order block. So in this scenario here, this is our single candle order block, so we can sell here. I hope it's becoming easier to target them and you can see them easily, and you can target the next boss, right? Easy. And then here the market did the break structure, and then we are waiting for the inducement. So where is our inducement? This is first inducement. The market didn't create any single candle order block, and this is another inducement. The market didn't create any single candle order block. This is the third inducement level. And here the market, this is really interesting, guys. The market here took the previous candle high and then didn't created single candle order block, I'm sorry, but didn't tap, right? So in this scenario, what you should do, if you follow what we said in the beginning in the drawing, and then if the third candle, if you see any single candle order block created after that situation, you can use it. So this candle here, the candle that follows it, closed under that level, so immediately you can use this candle here as single candle order block. So here you see the market tapped and sold, right? And still the market didn't break the structure. So if you see any single candle order block formed, you can use it. How? Once you see any candle here sweep the previous candle high, this is a very strong selling candle, by the way. So you need to wait until it tap here, and you can try to find any single candle order block. So here this candle, no, this candle, no, this candle, no. So the market, even if you're gonna use this one, didn't tap. So you need just to let go and keep your original, keep your first trade on, right, and target the next break of structure. And then what happened? The market broke structure, took the liquidity, and then what happened? This candle here, and then here that candle closed under the candle which is took the liquidity after the inducement, right? I don't know if it market tapped into OB, no, but it tapped into order flow. So here the market made this single candle order block and then tapped, and then here you can sell like this, and you can target the next break of structure here like this. I hope you guys, it's really easy and simple to see right now. So here in this scenario, this is our first liquidity, the first inducement. What the market didn't create any single candle order block over here. So after here, the market swept the inducement, right, swept the liquidity, and then created this single candle order block. So this is the first, second, third, the fourth day, the market shaped the single candle order block, closed under it. So immediately you can sell here. I hope you guys, you can see it's how it's simple and easy and very powerful. It's really very powerful. Here is another scenario. The market did the boss, took the inducement. This is the first, second inducement, tapped into your, I think this is extreme. This is extreme OB. What happened after tapping into the extreme OB? The market here closed under, this candle closed under the candle which is tapped into your extreme OB and sweep the previous day low, I think. So here you can sell. You can put the stop loss above the candle and then target the next boss, which is here. You can keep doing this again and again and again and again and again. And by the way, guys, if you, once the market tap, for example, once the market tap here into your single candle order block, or here, if you go to the lower time frame, if you're using the daily here in this scenario, using the daily, if you go to the 1 hour time frame, you will find a very high RR trade because you are using lower time frame to enter. In this scenario, it will be a lot higher. And in this scenario here, for example, this is like almost 6 RR. If you use the 1 hour RR, it will be minimum 8 or 9 or 10 or even higher. I hope it's simple and easy for you guys to know. If you have any questions, if you have any inquiries, if you want me to highlight any point and make a separate video about it, please don't be hesitate to mention in the comment. Happy trading.